So you're looking for a mattress and you're thinking about a Sleep Number bed. I know I did. But I want to go over in this video everything I possibly can about a Sleep Number bed. I'm going to take it apart and show you what's on the inside. I'm going to show you inflation, deflation, and what that's all about. I'm going to show you something about your neck that nobody's going to tell you about a Sleep Number bed, and you really should know, especially if you're over 6 foot tall. The whole Sleep Number game is completely different if you're over 6 feet tall. Also, what are you paying for? What are you really getting with a Sleep Number bed? They're thousands of dollars. What's all the hype? What's good about them? What's the convenience? Why would you buy one? What's the sales point? This right here is the gimmick, and I want to give you my honest review of what sleeping on it was like. I also want to show you, since this is a fixing channel, how you can possibly build something that's pretty much a Sleep Number bed all on your own with parts from Amazon, and you can assemble it in about 1 minute for just a couple of $100. And if you don't like it, send it back to Amazon. And then, of course, a couple little tips and things along the way. I'm going to show you everything you need to know about a Sleep Number bed, and especially if you live in chronic pain and are looking for a solution with a bed that might help you out with that, what I actually think about how that's going to turn out for you. So let's go ahead and get on with this video. Thanks for coming and watching. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I answer every comment. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to lay down on this thing and kind of show you what's up. I got my little Sleep Number remote right there. And the very first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and deflate this bed all the way down to 0 to show you what that's like. Here we go. Now when I'm down here at about 15 or 20, I can literally feel the platform of the bed underneath me because I'm touching it, because the bed is totally flat and there's no cells or coils or anything between me and the mattress. All there is a thin little layer of foam that's on the top of the airbag. And it is so thin that when you're laying on it, I can just feel the wood. It's hard as a rock down here. This airbag's still inflated, so I'm in my own little pit. And the only reason there's a pit here is there's a sidewall of foam to give it the illusion of being a box mattress, but otherwise it's just a big, flat air mattress in here. Now, to make the mattress maintain its square shape and keep the sheets on, like I just said, there's a stiff outer box of foam, which you'll see when we take the mattress apart. The problem is it causes a hammock effect. So if the airbag in the middle is deflated, the foam does not deflate, and it will cause a hammocking of your sheets, which will then also cause a hammocking as far as your body's in. As I mentioned about the neck issue and about being taller, if you look behind my head there, the top of the mattress never deflates because it is the stiff outer rim of foam. That means your neck is craned forward into your chest. Or if you're on your side, it's going to kink your neck sideways. And no matter how far you deflate or inflate that mattress, it's going to cause hammocking unless that mattress is 100% inflated. Now here I am at 100. It's rock hard. It's the hardest air mattress I've ever slept on, with a thin little wafer of memory foam on it. They're going to call that a hybrid mattress. Why? Because it's not all air mattress. It's not all memory foam. It's hybrid. Thousands and thousands of dollars for a remote control of an air mattress with a foam topper on it. Don't believe me? Let's open it up and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and deflate this so you can see the difference between the inflated side and the uninflated side. We'll look exactly at how a Sleep Number bed is made up on the inside. Let me deflate this side. So let's go ahead and pull back what's on top of here and take a look at this Sleep Number bed. I ended up finding this bed so unlikable and so uncomfortable and so painful to sleep on. Despite being able to pick how hard this bed was, well, how full the air mattress was, I also added a down topper to it. So I've got this thing a little bit more taken apart for you, and I just want to show you. There's the down topper, and there's a memory foam topper. Both of these on top of this thing because it is so uncomfortable to sleep on and so hard. It has a little bit of a memory foam topper here, and I'm going to show you this, but I assure you, the pain is incredible, and the bigger of a person you are, the worse it is. Let me show you what we got going on. So the one side here is deflated, and this side is inflated about regular, so you can see. I'm going to unzip the cover and show you exactly what you get inside of this thousands and thousands and thousands of dollar bed. Tags up here. Sleep Number ILE, limited edition. So as you can see, the outer portion of the mattress is just a large foam, furniture foam frame to keep the sides rigid. Otherwise it would just be a big, flat, flopping air mattress. So it creates a box of foam that's going to stand upright. Then a topper of another type of softer foam, definitely not memory foam. And of course, more furniture foam to complete the block of a different consistency. Now you would think, seems like a lot of foam on top of those airbags, but by the time you sit on it, I'm barely pushing and I can touch the tips of my fingers. It's just not that great. Perhaps if you're a smaller person, it's okay. If you like sleeping on a thin slab of foam, that's cool. To me, I just hated this at 250 pounds. Just hated it. But I want to show you, regardless, even if you think this is a good bed comfort-wise, I want to show you how bad you're getting ripped off just because of proprietary technology. Now, as you see, like you can see, there's the entire foam box that caps it off. And here is the guts. Here's your thousands of dollars of what you're sleeping on. These are air mattresses, and they zip together. You got a twin on each side, a little smaller than a twin. That's it. That's your Sleep Number bed right there. Thousands and thousands of dollars. No independent coils, just some ribs kind of holding it together. Just a big air mattress. Here's my side flat. As you can see, the air doesn't really shift from column to column. It's just an air mattress. Bottom of the bed, Eastern King. Now, you're going to have it go to the pump, which is underneath your bed. The Bluetooth activated air pump that goes under the bed and runs these hoses down underneath the sides of your mattress, and then the hoses under your mattress hook to the sides of each pump, or each side of the pump and each side of the ports, and gives you an air mattress right there. So, little air compressor hooked up to two airbags covered in furniture foam. That is the entirety of a Sleep Number bed. But here's a truly nasty thing about this. If you live somewhere where it's humid, or you have a humidity issue in your house, what happens when you start getting moisture buildup inside the mattress? Maybe you start getting mildew in those hoses. Maybe the entire air mattress is just a bag full of mildew and mold spores growing that you can never sanitize. And every time you let air out of the pump, it's letting out mildew and mold into the air. So, that's my thoughts from a sanitation perspective and a cleanliness perspective. It really is potentially a real health hazard. So you're saying, what am I paying for? It's an air mattress. I can buy an air mattress on Amazon, and it's electronic, and I plug it in, and it has settings on the bottom of it that allow me to select the firmness I like, and it'll hold that firmness all by itself automatically. Well, that's what a Sleep Number bed does. Actually, if a Sleep Number bed starts leaking in the middle of the night, which this one started doing, it's not calling out trying to check that PSI. In fact, the bed says it's at a 60, and all of a sudden you realize you're slumped way down in, and you go, oh, I'd like that to be 65. And you realize it's actually leaked down to 35. That's why it feels like crap. Not super reliable either, right? Which is why Sleep Number sent me an extra pump to replace this one with, which also started leaking. Awesome job.
so I can get an air mattress that actually auto-maintains its firmness for under $200. That's pretty good. Beats $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, right? And then I can just buy a Tempur-Pedic, blow the bank, $200, 3-inch memory foam topper. Or buy yourself a nice cheap egg crate topper. After all, this air mattress was designed to feel good all by itself, right? Whereas this was designed to be as hard as a brick if you wanted to, but there's a little foam on the top. You could not sleep on one of these by itself. It's the worst air mattress I've ever laid on. So buy an air mattress that's meant to be laid on, add a little foam topper, and for $250, you're into your own Sleep Number bed. Now, what makes it a Sleep Number bed? Well, of course, you get a remote. You can go, hey, little bed, I want to be a little firmer. And you can boop it up, and the little pump kicks on and starts filling up your air mattress. Is that convenience worth financing a bed that's going to have as high of a payment as a decent used car? I don't think so. I think I'd rather make my own. I think I'd rather have any other mattress. And I'll tell you what, with the chronic pain that I suffer with from a back injury and another disability that I have, it's hard to make videos like this already. But what's even worse is laying in a bed like that every single night and having to tell yourself, I spent a lot of money on this. This should feel better. And it doesn't. It feels like hell. My wife doesn't like it. It wrecks her back. My kids tell me, this is a really expensive bed, isn't it? It's not very comfortable. So what's the hype? The hype is you're looking for a bed that'll always be the perfect bed. Sometimes you think your mattress is too hard and you like to turn it down. You can't. Sleep Number, you can, right? You go to the mall. You go to the Sleep Number store. You have a bunch of creepy Sleep Number associates hovering over you while you're in a vulnerable laying down position, telling you, doesn't that feel better? Oh, it's hard? Let's turn it down. Let's find your Sleep Number. Start hard and turn it down until your body sinks into it. There, does that feel like proper support? Now try it on your side. Isn't that nice? Isn't this awkward as hell? You've been laying here for a few minutes and it's already creepy because for the first time in your life, unless you're weird, somebody's standing next to your bed talking to you about intimate details of your comfort while you sleep. Wouldn't you like to get out of this store? But you did come here to buy a mattress, didn't you? Don't you know I can put you in a financing plan? What could you handle for a payment? Well, we have a 3-year plan. 3 years on a mattress? Fool. Don't do that. Don't get put in an awkward position. Don't get pushed in by salespeople that'll make it seem like a dream while you're in the sales room, in the perfect environment for them to close a sale and make you feel like this is what you need because you're desperate and searching for a mattress. The worst time to make panic decisions based on just your feelings is probably when you're desperate for something. And a lot of the times we're desperate for a good night's sleep when we go searching for a mattress. I would highly encourage you to check other options. Check other hybrid mattress. Check other coil mattresses. Check Japanese floor mats. I'm going to be doing a video coming up here on Japanese shiki-buton or floor futon mattresses, traditional roll-up mattresses. And I got to tell you, I don't like a firm mattress. I don't like sleeping on the floor. But I can tell you this, I have experienced less pain on a $100 Japanese floor mattress. Not pain-free sleep, not for a big guy like me on that skinny little mat. But I have experienced less pain on that mat than I ever experienced on this thousands and thousands of dollars Sleep Number bed. I'd encourage you to check your other options. I hope this helped you. If you want to try out getting yourself this air mattress experience with a foam topper, I'm telling you, build it for a couple $100. Put it together out of some Amazon stuff, and if you don't like it in the first night or two, roll it back up, repackage it, send it back to Amazon, and you're out nothing. But with this, ain't nobody coming to take it back, and you're stuck in it, and you're stuck in it for payments, and it is expensive. Sorry, Sleep Number, maybe your bed is for some people. I'm a big guy, I'm a tall guy, and I have a back injury and a disability that causes me pain. Maybe there's something to be considered there. But I have other people that I know that don't have those issues that have tried it and complained about the same thing. And nobody should be stuck in such a high payment on something that doesn't justify the price tag. This is the proprietary technology that makes a Sleep Number bed cost so much. And this is something that people will always do to a consumer, especially somebody that isn't savvy with their money or decision making with their money. They will offer you convenience, but you are trading your freedom by putting yourself into a financial position buying an expensive mattress like this, just because you think it's going to be convenient to turn the mattress up and down. If you need that, get yourself a mattress that's a little firmer than it needs to be for you, and buy a topper to soften it up if you need to, because you can always go softer. My point being, do not start with these expensive options. It is absolutely a backbreaker of a payment. I hate this mattress so much. This is a video I would have never made if I didn't absolutely just have my mind blown at how very little there is here for a product and how very high the price tag is. It is absurd. Me getting up and doing a video like this is pretty rare right now. It takes a lot, and I know it doesn't look like much, but to me right now it's an excruciating amount of pain. So sorry my content hasn't been so regular, but I'm working on it. I do have a surgery scheduled coming up in about 2 months here that hopefully can help with one aspect of the pain, so say prayers, I appreciate it. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, that always helps, and it maybe even helps me downstream somehow afford the surgery a little bit, I don't know. But if you appreciated this video, start a discussion in the comments. I love your guys' comments, and I love talking with you, especially because I spend so much time resting, recovering from the pain, that, you know, I get to talk to you guys. I actually don't get out that much lately, so it's been nice to talk to you and make friends with you on here. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you. I hope it helped you understand what you're getting into with the Sleep Number, what a Sleep Number is, and despite somebody pushing some sales tactics on you and selling you the dream of adjusting your Sleep Number, knowing what that means and what you're actually buying, and how this right here is the gimmick that puts thousands and thousands of dollars price tags on what is literally maybe a couple of $100s worth of materials that they've made this bed out of. I'm not going to say it's a scam, but I'm going to say I personally think it absolutely sucks. Sorry to be so negative. Don't like it. Want you to have the honest truth. I thought it was going to be great. I really thought I'd hit the jackpot. Not happy. Have a good one. God bless. Good to see you all again. Look forward to some upcoming content that I've been working on. I haven't had time to edit, and I have to shoot stuff in short increments because I start hurting, and then I just have to leave it on the bench and get to it as I can. And it's hard to edit because I can't really sit in a chair right now. Haven't been able to for months, so using a computer is very difficult right now. But we're getting there. Say your prayers. I'm believing for some recovery and some relief to this pain. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And again, God bless.